Bolt never sees. Just a smidge. They say hello. And get it all over your glove because you're messy like that.
Tighten it back down. Since we cannot get a torque wrench in here, we use German torque, quick and tight.
This is a family-friendly channel. These are family-friendly videos.
Well, that was we had a guy near the farm. His name was Gunther. He was German, and that was one of his favorite sayings all the time.
You can say that he's German. You're not German.
Well, I learned it from him, and it was funny. So I still use it.
Gotta make Slavic jokes.
In order to tighten that and loosen the bolt, the socket, you can only want a ratchet like that. I couldn't even have it on. You can only have the ratchet, the socket sitting on the end just like that. Gave you just enough space to fit it in.
Anyone from Craftsman or Cobalt or Harbor Freight or any of those people, well, yeah, either make a
they do. We just
a
don't have
mid-tier one and send me one, please. In 15mm especially. I will shout you out on the show. If you make it gold-plated, I don't know what I'll do.
Nothing. All right.
They don't need to know that.
So now, the bolt is on. That's done.
Bracket.
The bracket, it would have to go back, and the wiring has to go back.
Well, bracket
So
first.
the bracket first.
So that's everything. That whole rigmarole was just for the pulley. The pulley is now in place, mounted. The wires are back in place. The wire is clipped back into the harness. And the next thing that we're going to do is we'll work on getting the car to start because it was not starting. We had to push it in. You missed a fun, entertaining time there. So next thing we're going to do is we have a new crankshaft sensor, which I'm going to go get out of the box. And we're going to take that out and put in the new one.
So you need a blower tool because you got to blow the grease off of the top of the engine.
Yeah. So
the bolt is.
The other disembodied voice has said that we need to blow all the grease and dirt and grime off, so I'm going to go get a blower tool, and I will be right back.
See it.
So he is currently trying to spray off the area around where the came off.
In order to come off, it was barely finger tight.
Ooh, that might explain it.
Okay. Now, of course,
See that? I want to show that to the camera. So to take this off, you need, oh, hold on, where's my camera? There we go. You have 10 millimeter on a universal, on an extension, on an extension, on an extension. This is what you need to take it off. If you have one big extension, it works better.
Extension will not work because the angles. All the little extensions gave me plenty of extra wobble.
All right, well then disregard what I just said and listen to Dave because he actually did the work today. So long extensions work better. So
long, skinny flat screwdriver, something I can scrape
underneath the car right now. So 6 or 8 inch, a little 2 inch, 6 or 8 inch, and then a universal and just a short socket. 1/4 inch in case you didn't know. And we are going to be replacing this bad boy. Sits in there like this. Something along these lines. And as we found out, that the bolt that held this in place was barely finger tight. So likely that it was wobbling or slightly not fully pressed in, causing all sorts of problems. So here we have the new one, the replacement one, and the old one, which we just took out. As you may have noticed, it broke while removing it. It was already cracked and was you can see, is not in good shape, which was definitely causing our problems. It looks like the nut, or the bolt had basically started to loosen and pull out, which gave it space to move, which vibration and moving of an engine of, couldn't even tell you how many thousands of miles it's probably been like that, caused it to crack, and since it cracked, it then broke. So we are going to get a different set of pliers. We're going to get a set of bent nose needle nose pliers, and we are going to try and get this chunk that is currently sitting in the engine block from that one out. So we will be right back. We are buying new tools. We had to buy more tools, which is always, well, I mean, I love buying new tools except for the whole part where it hurts my wallet. But aside from that, new tools. I've got my camera nice and plugged into battery so it doesn't die on me. And we're attempting to go back in with...
I need you to hold the light over there.
Bent nose pliers, and I have to hold the light. I apologize for blocking the view, but it really is hidden way under there, and unless I get like one of those snake cameras, you're not going to see anything, so my apologies. There's always a bigger set of pliers. There we have it. The old sensor. All oily and broken because it's been cracked up here and presumably oil got around the outside. And that seal where it's supposed to keep oil in did not seal very well. So we have...
Well, it doesn't have the seal so much on this one because it's literally lines with the... Well, actually, this does have the seal. I was wrong.
So this is the old one that is now in two pieces that had to be removed via our good friend bent needle nose pliers. And our new one, our new friend, Mr.
Right, so
Dorman.
put a little drop of oil on there.
And we will put a drop of oil on here.
Hand me a paper towel.
I'll hand you a paper towel.
I'm going to wipe out the opening.
So you may wipe out the opening. There you go. It's an open container. Oh, it's now. So what I am doing while he is cleaning is I am taking a few drips of motor oil and running them around the sensor itself. It slides in nice and easily, and lubricating up the little O-ring. So when I'm done, it should look a little bit like this, which is exactly the same, only shinier because it's got some oil on it.
That sensor was cracked right across the thing. When I unscrewed the screw, as soon as I went to turn it, I could feel the top part was moving, and when I lifted it up out, it came right off. There was no, I didn't break it trying to get it loose. It was already, so
that means I probably didn't need to replace all the other stuff. But you know what? You know what? No, because it didn't start, and then I replaced it.
The other one would have given you an intermittent, so it'd be hard to say because it wasn't broken all the way off. It was broken like 3/4 of the way loose. When I was wiggling it, I could feel it was still attached on the one side, and when I pulled it up, the one part cracked off, and that's when it came out.
Yeah.
So you guess that's off?
It is off.
Okay, let's have the alternator.
Alright, so we're going to put the alternator back on. I don't know why I suddenly became southern for that moment, but we are going to set our other camera back up. Alright.
Alright, the battery's disconnected.
Battery is
Uncover the little
disconnected.
rubber boot, so if it touches anything, we don't get spots everywhere. That would be most unpleasant.
That would be most unpleasant.
Yep, kind of like when I was welding and set the drain pan on fire right under my own butt.
Yeah.
Thank God I erased that video on Monday. Get it posted on YouTube because, yeah, I don't. Just grab the plier. I got it. Plier's got a cutter on it. Power probe is nice. I've had this thing for 3 years. I've never even took the little thing off the screen because I like it to stay as nice and good display-wise as long as possible. Take the little sensor off because it's got a tiny little pointy things that you can stab through wires. Got to connect it. Gives you like probably about a 15-foot wire, so you can connect it. It has to connect to the battery in order to operate. But once it's on, lights up. Right now we have no voltage. This tool allows you to connect to something and hit the button and actually inject 12-volt power to the item. So if you need to roll the window down, you could hit the button and roll the window down. You need to actuate a relay, you could hit power to the relay and see if the relay is actually functioning or if the relay was dead. As opposed to a regular voltmeter, you don't have that option. So here, if we pull our little boot off, which all that effort putting the boot back on, and I should have waited. Really, we have a plastic pry thing because I don't really want to use a screwdriver. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so the boot is pulled back just a little bit. We touch our thing. We have 12 volts at the alternator. So I start it up, and we should have about 14 volts on this if the alternator is putting out power after the car starts. And we have 14.84 volts. Success. Alternator is working. And the car starts, so double success.
Yeah. Yay. All right, so we are going to put on the last little cover, which is on the underside. As that's the last bit, and we got to put some clips in. But beyond that, the alternator is in. The new tensioner is in. We put in a new crankshaft sensor, which we had to go get more tools to actually finish. And
if I have them, I just didn't bring it.
Yeah, so working at remote locations is always bring all your tools when possible. So the other thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do an oil change on here because some gunk got in right where that crankshaft sensor is. So that will be a different video. I will show you, hopefully, if I can get the camera in position, how to do the oil change on this bad boy. But we are gonna go put the final cover on, and then she should be all buttoned up and ready to go. So thank you again for watching.